and I am here to review And Then There Were None by Agatha Christie. This is my book for February for the A&P Book Challenge, and I will put a link to that challenge down below for those of you who are interested in participating. This book was released November 6th of 1939, and it was originally titled 10 Little Indians. It was published by the Collins Crime Club. There are 275 pages in my mass production paperback copy. I gave this book a B, or 4 stars, on my grading scale. 10 guests are invited to a secluded party on a private island. When they arrive, their eccentric billionaire host is nowhere to be found. Throughout the night, it is revealed that each guest is lying about something in their past, something absolutely terrible. But they are in danger of more than just someone discovering their secrets, since someone is slowly murdering each guest. They have to discover who is behind all the murders before there's no one left. Okay, so And Then There Were None is a really good mystery novel. I'm not really a huge fan of mysteries, but I did enjoy this book, and I really liked the writing of it. However, this book is definitely not YA, and I think that if you were wanting to branch out of reading YA, like if you didn't only want to read books that were strictly young adult, this would be a good place to get started because it still has some of the same similar elements, but it also has a more classic feel to it, and it is also an adult mystery novel, so that's a way different genre than YA. The one thing I really didn't like about this book is the beginning. It goes through and switches from 8 of the characters' perspectives and gives them like a background information, a couple paragraphs of background information. And since it's a murder mystery, you're sitting there struggling to remember every single detail and not wanting to forget anything and remember who's who. And it's really confusing at first, and it really kind of puts me off a little bit just because it's so much information at once that could be really important. But I promise you that Agatha Christie does a really good job of recapping everything that's in those first couple pages where she's introducing everybody. So you do not need to worry about remembering every detail because it does go over it again, and it's really easy to remember who's who later on without struggling throughout the beginning. So as long as you can get past that, I think that you would really enjoy this book. One thing I really enjoyed about this book was that you really can't figure out who the murderer is. Just when you think that you figured it out, something changes, there's a new clue, somebody else gets murdered, and it's not the person that you thought it was, at least for me, and I really like that because I thought I had it pegged from the beginning, and I didn't, so that was really cool. Normally I'm right about that when I guess things about the book, so it was really fun to struggle to figure out who is killing everybody along with the guests. Agatha Christie does a really good job of keeping everything fresh. Like I said, there's 10 people on the island, and they're slowly being murdered, but it doesn't feel like it's repetitious. And it really could be repetitious in this kind of book because there's nothing else besides these 10 people and this island and a murderer. And it could be really repetitive when there's only those things. Like, that's all Agatha Christie had to work with. And I think she did a really good job of keeping everything fresh and keeping you on your toes the whole time. So all in all, I definitely recommend this book to anyone who loves mysteries. I recommend it to anyone who's trying to branch out of YA. But I do not recommend it to the hardcore only read YA people because it's got YA elements, but it's not a YA book. So if you are someone who only likes YA books, I do not recommend this book to you. But if you're someone who likes YA mostly but wants to branch out a little bit, this is definitely for you. I'm Jessica with Chapter 6. This is my review over Agatha Christie's And Then There Were None. This chapter was for you.